Electricity is inseparable from our daily life. A large percentage of the world's power generation relies on burning fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and natural gas. These contribute to the continuous release of CO2 and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. The switch to clean energy is imperative as energy consumption rises. Come with me today to take a brief investigation into the pros and cons of some of the clean energy solutions on display in the Renewable Energy Zone at the City-Used CLP Power Low Carbon Energy Education Center. First, let's take solar power as an example. Solar power is the conversion of energy from sunlight into electricity using solar panels. Once installed, they require little maintenance. Technology in the solar power industry is constantly advancing and improvements will intensify in the future. The main drawback, however, is that solar energy is intermittent and cannot be harnessed at night. Luckily enough, harnessing the wind to generate energy doesn't depend on direct sunlight exposure as solar energy does. It is generated from the uneven heating of the atmosphere, mountains, valleys, and the planet's revolution around the sun. Despite the fact that we have long been harnessing its power, wind energy also suffers from what is called intermittency. Since wind can blow at various speeds, it's hard to predict the amount of energy that can be collected at a given time. While the wind may blow at various speeds, the water flows at relatively a stable pace. In that sense, harnessing hydroelectric power makes up for the deficiency of wind energy. Hydroelectric power simply means the generation of power from falling water. The mechanical energy from the flowing water spins the rotor on a turbine connected to an electromagnetic generator which produces electricity. Hydropower holds the largest share of global electricity nowadays. Though it generates large amounts of power, building a power plant can be incredibly expensive and the construction of large-scale dams sometimes contributes to grave geological damage. As the climate crisis posed by global warming looms ahead, countries worldwide are striving to explore and develop clean energy alternatives to replace fossil fuels. To address our energy needs while cutting emissions, the adoption of a diversified and green energy mix is the most viable option for now. Given the edges and drawbacks of each of these three clean energy alternatives, what do you think could be the optimal combination that generates the largest amount of power while keeping the cost low and doing the least harm to the environment?